Hi, now we are going to demonstrate the use of web server from a mobile phone. The web server will be running from here and we'll try accessing it on this screen here from the laptop. Right now, there are many web applications that can make a web server on the mobile phone, and this is on an Android device. Right now, we are going to use a we are going to use Andro PHP. That's one of the apps that does this for us, and we do not have to take care of the gory details uh, of programming the server. We just have to access the www folder for this and put in all the files that we wish to send. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start up the Android PHP web app, the app on this is a 4.1.2 Android phone, and right now it will display the IP address from which we can access the app, and also the PHP MyAdmin IP address, which is only for developers. So this app is right now showing that the server is turned off. So we're going to turn it on, and as you see, it's starting the server. It's right now turned on. So we are going to go ahead and access this on the PC here. So I'm going to switch over to the camera on the PC to show you better how it looks. Right. So we have, as shown before, we have started the server on the mobile phone, and now this is the IP address that we are going to use to access the server that's running on the phone. Right now, if you go ahead and refresh this, it's going to take a little time trying to search for the local host that's at this address with the port number 8080. So here is the index page of the web server. Now it's index.html, but by default the server will always call index.html without displaying it. So here we have the startup page that we had created, and it says welcome to Android PHP, where we are going to run two PHP files, scripts, just to show how the server works, along with the PHP MyAdmin console. Now by default the PHP MyAdmin console is not accessible to the normal user, but we have put up a link here for only for demonstrations. So let's go ahead and run the show.php file. Now, as seen, the show.php file is taking out results from a user table that we have on the MySQL server that's running in the PHP MyAdmin console, and it gives us two records, and this is a for loop that we have run through for all the records in the table, and this is a PHP file. So you can run PHP files via the web server. Let's go back and find and take out another PHP script called the weather. Now, these are photos that were taken from a screenshot manager in the phone itself. As you can see, the layout is of a typical Android phone. Now, what we intended to do was to take out photos of the weather that the person wants to share, and then he puts it in a folder, and this script, the show.images.php, will then loop through all the images, showing what all images he has uploaded from his own screenshot uh, manager. And this can be used in a way to show what the weather is at the position that he is at, and that's how a web server can be used to essentially to show weather updates that a person thinks is interested in. And sometimes it can also be used to show uh, the height at which he is. Sometimes he can show that the weather at this position is not that good. So these are some of the uses of a web server that's being run through a mobile phone. And now we can also use the database. We can also access it. That's running in the phone. So this is PHP MyAdmin, and it gives us a default username of root that brings us to this to this console, and that's where we have the MyTest database. and this is the table that we were using, and these were the two records that were being displayed. So this is how we can use a Android phone to create a small web server. Though it's very small, it's still very effective, and it can run for single users or maybe a very small business. For users who are traveling, yes, they can use it, but they will have to register uh, the service over the DNS server. But this is running over localhost and at this port, and that's being run through the Android phone. So this was our demonstration for running a web server from an Android phone. And in the tutorial, we'll also talk about Symbian phones having a similar architecture, but then they will be having a different app for it. So here ends our demonstration for the tutorial. Thank you.